Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to Lock 2 COD. Today it's a solo video with myself, Rebounds, and today I'm going to be going over a little bit of what I think of the SBMM which is going on this year. So in regards to how it might affect the game, how it might go ahead and affect the game mode specifically, and even the possibility of the Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to Lock 2 COD. It's a single video today with just myself, Rebounds, and we're mainly going to be going over a couple of points about SBMM, so like history, the differences between Cold War's SBMM and Modern Warfare's, what I personally think about it as well, and how possibly they can improve the SBMM that's going on in Cold War at the moment, because as I'm sure a few of you finding it a little bit more difficult than the usual sort of games as you would. So, a little bit of history about SBMM. It's been in Call of Duty for absolutely years, as I'm sure every single one of you know. It's been sort of how they make the games, as it were, to be a little bit more even. So people with the higher SBMM will go up against people who also have high score per minute. And you've then got the people who have lower score per minutes going with people who have lower score per minutes. But this potentially doesn't always work, in my opinion anyway. I'll go a little bit more into detail about that later. But it's been a staple of the Call of Duty franchise where the games are made to sort of be evened out. But as I'm sure we've all noticed, it's got a lot more sort of tougher over the past couple of years, from, let's say, back when Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was out, to now with Call of Duty 2019 and the release of Black Ops Cold War. As I'm sure quite a few of you noticed in the beta, there was a lot of games and a lot of tough ones, especially for myself, in my opinion anyway. It's a lot harder than it used to be anyway. So a couple of differences that I've noticed with the SBMM from just Modern Warfare in general, just from the beta of Cold War as well, is everything's going to be so much tougher this year. It's not going to be sort of, you'll have your 5 games here which you'll be absolutely brilliant in, you have your 5 games there which you'll be absolutely terrible in. It's going to be a case of pot luck, in my opinion. It's going to be a case of, you'll have games where you'll go possibly even, you'll have games where you'll go positive by a couple of kills, there'll be games where you go negative by a couple of kills, there'll be the 1 or 2 games like this one which I'm showing, which is a domination game on satellite where I go 46-23, which has been one of my best games on the beta so far, as I'm sure you've seen in the previous video, which was with me and Dylan the Cobra. You would have seen part of my 14 gun streak on, again, satellite, as part of our favourite map selection. But the games themselves, they're all different. Don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed the beta, I've really enjoyed the way Cold War plays, but the score-based matchmaking is so much harder this year, like something that I have never come across. It's definitely going to be a challenge, but I'm well up for it, as I'm sure a lot of other COD players are this year as well. Now I've given you the sort of potential differences and a little bit of a sort of sneak peek into the next bit. This is personally what I think of SBMM, so score-based matchmaking. Personally, I think it's really good. The score-based matchmaking for this COD, like I've just said, it's going to be so much more difficult, but I see where they're going with it. SBMM, it makes the games more challenging, it keeps you on your toes, it makes you go up against opponents just as good as yourselves. I enjoy a challenge, I enjoy the sort of fight. There's been times where, for example, when I've been playing Black Ops 2, where the games I just got bored of the game because I hit max prestige, I reset, hit max prestige, reset, hit max prestige, reset, because there was no challenge behind it. Because each time I was playing, even though my KD was super high, my score per minute was super high, I was still getting put. The sort of matchmaking of the SBMM wasn't sort of there. Another good example, Black Ops 4 and even more recent Call of Duty. Again, I'd have some really silly games. There was more SBMM focus there, where you can tell you're going up against players of your own sort of caliber. But at the end of the day, I still had games where I went 52-0. There was games where I went 100 kills and 20 something deaths on domination, or I got 75 kills in a domination. There was games where me and Dylan the Cobra, we played together, we'd get 90 kills out of a domination match between us. Whether that's 45 kills each, one of us got 50, one of us got the other 40, whatever. But Modern Warfare, that evened it out a lot more. You've noticed that in Modern Warfare, when it comes to multiplayer or ground war or whatever you're playing, the games are a lot more closer fought, and it's absolutely brilliant for the way that the games have been played. Whether it's a case of you don't like it or you do like it, or it's made your games easier or it's made your games harder, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It looks out for sort of everyone in general. My opinion is going to be a controversial opinion, and I know that for a fact, but I think they need to keep it at a sort of Modern Warfare level. They shouldn't really put it up any more than they already have, and if they do, I do feel like it's going to ruin this game. And that actually leads me nicely onto my next part, how it could be better. The way it could be better is, don't change it. The way that the score-based matchmaking is at the moment in the current Call of Duty is personally a nice sweet spot. You do have these people who say that it's sort of unbalanced, where you can go, right, 5 games, if I play terrible for 5 games, I'll get 5 good games. That might be the case, but surely what they're going to do now is they're just going to get rid of that. It's just going to be a case of, if you're having a bad day, tough, you're going to have a bad day, you're not going to play well, and that's sort of the end of it. It's going to be a case of, even if you have a second account, you will have to play terribly on that account and then have maybe that one good game, and then just literally just keep killing yourself in the rest of them. I don't know, but I genuinely think they need to keep it at that level that it has been for this year. If they do, I don't see how much further COD Cold War is going to go. But anyway, enough about what I think, about how I think it could be better. Let us know down in the comments below for what your opinions on SBMM is like. If you think it can be improved, if you think they should maybe loosen the restrictions on it as well, so you're not just having tough fights every game. It's not like the Modern Warfare, it's more like going back to the sort of Black Ops 4 or COD World War 2, for example, where the games you can have some really good ones, you can have some really bad ones, and it's a nice mix. But also, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you next time.